Good morning, friends. Welcome back to the John Went Walking YouTube channel. I'm coming to you this morning from just north, right at the Western Corridor decision point. I'm at mile 262.9 along Old Canal Road. I'm at a spot about 26 miles south of St. Cloud, Florida. I'm walking right along Old Canoe Road right now, so we're gonna probably gonna hear some traffic going by. And earlier this morning, I've made two videos south of the Western Corridor decision point, and I made one video at the Western Corridor decision point. So I wanted to just walk you north a little bit so you get to see a little bit of the first steps of the Eastern Corridor, of the split point where it turns into, you have to decide between east and west, and these are the first steps along that path. This is the path that will take you on the eastern side of Orlando. It'll stay primarily wooded, primarily rural, and so this is the main path that the majority of people that hike the Florida Trail, this is their primary path that they take. The majority do. The Western Corridor, if you take the Western Corridor, then you're going to be hiking for about the next 60 miles or so. You're going to be hiking through a lot of suburban areas, like roads all the way up to St. Cloud. Then you're into Kissimmee, and you're basically even all the way over through Davenport, all the way over until you get to the Green Swamp area. So that's about 60 miles. So a lot of people do choose this eastern route because it is a lot more rural. And I read, if you look at my Western Decision Point YouTube video, the one immediately before this one, I read out of the Florida Trail Guide, and it talks to you about why many people do choose to take this eastern path. And again, you can hear traffic behind me because I'm right by Old Canoe Road. I am going to turn. You can see there's a sign here. We're turning east, and we're going to head away from the road now and head out. Again, we're moving north on the Florida Trail in the Eastern Corridor, and it's very similar. The look, the landscape is very similar to many areas that I've seen here on the Florida Trail. And I'm talking about all the way down from below Westgate River Ranch, maybe mile 2, the 230s, all the way up to just west of Inverness, around mile 419, 420, and that's on the western side, the western side of Orlando. So the majority of those that I'm showing you are not on the roads. I did make a couple of videos on the road, like I put the video in my car and drove so you could see it. For instance, out there, Ronald Reagan Parkway, John Young Parkway, a couple of roads. I took you for like 10 or 12 minute rides to show you what it looks like. And it's safe walking. You know, there are sidewalks out there on just about the entire path. Between here and St. Cloud on Canoe Road, there's not paths. You're on the side of the road, but except for that, then you're pretty much on sidewalks the rest of the way. So I'm choosing the Western Corridor when I do my through hike because it takes me closest to my home. I live southwest Orlando, so it comes within about 6 or 7 miles of my home. So that'll give me a chance to spend a little bit of time at home on my through hike. So I get a few nights in my own bed as I make this Western Corridor swing. So anyway, I'm out here on the eastern side, right at the split point, and you can see just beautiful, beautiful. You know, anywhere I've been here in Florida, and I've said this on many videos, but I can't overemphasize it enough, that the trail is so incredibly well marked and so wide open. If anywhere that I've been along the trail so far, I would not hesitate to hike in the dark, you know, just with a headlamp, and my hiking sticks. I would have no problem at all because it's well marked and it's clear. there's just almost no way to get yourself lost or in trouble out here unless you just have a complete medical emergency. But otherwise, you're going to be fine. You're going to get through it just fine. So it's very beautiful. Most people, I mentioned it in the last video, but I do think it's worth saying, because now if you live down here, it's different. If you're watching this video and you live in this area, you're like, oh yeah, it's normal stuff. But many people who are thinking about the Florida Trail, they don't realize just how rural, not rural like R-U-R-A-L, that Florida is. Like, many people, you know, they think of the beaches, or they think of Miami, or they think of Orlando or Tampa, but I'm telling you, Florida is just wide open. There is just so much empty and rural spaces just like this one. Look at this out here. Look how gorgeous it is, right? It's just beautiful. So I love getting out here. I love, look at these pines. I always like to say the land of the giant pine cones. Here they are. I always like to joke about that, but it's true. It reminds me of the old days, like back in the 90s when I lived out in the Panhandle. We lived out there, and I would always hike up at Black Forest State Park, and they had these giant pine trees with the pine cones. And we've got some down here too that I've already seen. Nice little pond here. You're coming by. This will be a good water source for you. I'm sure that's fresh water if you needed it. We're just gonna keep walking our way north. It is pretty rural out here. Like, I think here it looks like you can physically get down here. You can physically get down to the water source, and it probably you would want to. You can see we're right there, and get yourself some fresh water if you needed it, and if you had a filter, it'd be fine. That's pretty clean out here. Gonna continue. Wow, look at this. There's actually a bench out here at the turn point, and I can see somebody was out here. I don't know what they're doing. Let's see what it says on the bench. It says place unwanted seeds in jar. Place unwanted seeds in jar. Okay, that's on the bench out here, right out here on the corridor. Okay, we're gonna turn. We're gonna move out here. We're gonna continue north. I'm gonna take you out here just a little ways. And I made 2 videos before the Western Corridor decision point, and I'm just gonna make this one following, and then I'm gonna get in a few more miles. But you can see out here that it's just this similar look, just a beautiful look. And I think we're heading up like maybe towards Kenansville. I think I did shoot a couple of videos up there. I don't know how long ago. I'm starting to lose track of time because I've shot so many different videos, but I did actually shoot a couple of videos up here off of near Kenansville Road on the actual Florida Trail. So it would be connected to where I'm headed right now, and you'd have to look back a few videos. I'm not sure of the exact location, but I know it was just north of here. Just like behind me, if you go behind me 25, 6, 7 miles, you'll come down to Westgate River Ranch. So that's kind of one of the main reasons that I'm out here doing this. Like, logistically, I can be prepared for the Florida Trail. Like, I can get all my plans made, and all that's all good. I can get all my equipment ready, get all my gear ready, get all my I can plan my stops, where I'm going to get food. I can do all of that stuff. But being able to physically be out here on the physical trail and planning this hike is just an incredible blessing, being able to do this. And I feel like this is what's going to help me be successful. Like, I'm going to know what's out here. I'm going to know how it all connects together, because even though I've only been on, I don't know, maybe about between 235 and 420, about 170 miles of it, I'm going to be extending those hikes. I'm going to be out in the Panhandle sometime in the next couple of months or over the summer. I'm going to be down in South Florida, a little bit further below Westgate River Ranch, and down around Lake Okeechobee, down in there. I'm going to make it down there. So this is going to be a good year of exploring the Florida Trail before I put together my Thru-Hike. And I'm just determined to be successful with it. I'm determined, and I know I will be. So anyway, you can see we're walking out here through the little prairies here, and just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful morning. And I'm going to go ahead and cut off this video. Again, I'm coming to you from behind me, about half a mile to a mile is the Western Corridor decision point, and I'm actually hiking. I'm hiking on, this is showing the beginning of the Eastern Corridor Thru-Hike. So this is the very first steps. This video is the first steps of that Eastern Corridor Thru-Hike. That's where I'm coming to you from right now as I speak. So anyway, friends, I'm very grateful you're here with me. I'm going to leave you with this beautiful panorama of Central Florida. It really is just incredible. I'm so grateful that you're out here with me this morning, friends. And from beautiful Central Florida, I wish you all the best, and I'll be back with you on the Florida Trail real soon, friends. Have a great day now.